I'm Paul Nguyen. I'm a native of Massachusetts. I've lived here my whole life and I run two businesses. My own photography business, and I'm a co-owner of a photo tourism business called Blue Hour Photo Ventures. Photo tours are among my favorite things to do in the whole world, which is to take amateur photographers and intermediate photographers on photo vacations. So the photo vacations can be workshops or they can be tours, right? If they're local to the South Shore, a beautiful place like this, people will just come out for the day and they'll spend a few hours with me and they'll learn how to use their equipment. They'll learn how to get good compositions. They'll learn how to read the light, when to make pictures and when not to make pictures, right? And I'll teach them the whole process. So when people are here, they can learn in 3 hours what I might teach in one semester of a night class or a school class, right? And so people get a lot out of this on-location attention, and they don't need to look at slides or watch videos. When they see it in person, it just clicks for them. And in those moments, I see them light up, and that just makes me light up, and it makes my job so rewarding and so fascinating. So nature has always, I feel, been there for me. It's always been my personal refuge. So when I sell pictures, I like to sell pictures of nature as well. And I hope that a lot of people will connect to the natural environment as well. But for me, it's more about feelings. If I feel like I can come back at the end of the day and I've improved myself that day, I've improved my business, I've made a difference to a few people looking to make their photography better, or I've simply sold a few pictures to people who will enjoy themselves as they look at them, I feel like I'll have been a success that day, right? So I guess in that sense, it's very easy for me to feel successful. I don't need a lot to feel gratified in life, right? It can be very simple, just a feeling that I have at the end of the day. Every day is very different for me, and that's why I really enjoy being self-employed. The thing I didn't like about the corporate life was that it was very, very structured. Every day was exactly the same. But as an entrepreneur, I get to base my own schedule on what needs to be done, right? So the days where I'm just running my business, it could be as simple as spending the morning checking and replying to emails and maybe editing a few photos, getting ready for a show. Other days when I have a tour, then it's very different, right? I'm taking people out and I'm showing them the wonders of nature and how to capture that with their cameras. So every day I could either be, sending out emails, leading a tour, taking pictures for myself, or just doing laundry. And there's no specific sequence for that, right? Any day could be for anything. So work-life balance is really tricky because a lot of people think work-life balance is separating their work from their lives. But I find that I've achieved the most happiness in life once I've actually integrated my work with my life, in the sense that everything that I do supports my life in some way, whether it's my work, whether I'm doing laundry, whether I'm hanging out with my friends or my loved ones. It's all part of the same good feeling that you have at the end of the day. So if your personal life and your work life can both make you feel good, that's probably my best interpretation of work-life balance. I found GetResponse many years ago. I think it was 5 or 6 years ago, when I was looking around for a newsletter provider for my photo business. And I think I found GetResponse on a comparison list of the 10 best. And GetResponse was, I think, voted the best one. And it was the best for me because it had the most hosting space for photos, which was really important. So I love the idea that I can upload all of my pictures, keep them in kind of an online bank of photos that I use. I rarely ever use stock photos that are provided, even though they're a very useful resource. But of course, I'm a photography business, so I have all the photos I could possibly ever use. So I love the photos. I love the ability to line up the photos next to the text in these convenient snippets that I can then save and then reuse again. And I love how easy it is to import contacts from a manual list or from a spreadsheet. So for me, implementing the platform is very easy. I get all of my, predominantly I get all of my contacts through in-person signups, which is actually very different from most businesses, I would imagine. Most people who sign up have met me either in person at an event that I've done, like an art show or a talk to a camera club, and they'll sign up on a sheet that I give them, and then I'll import the contacts manually. I also have a web form on my website by which people can subscribe when they get there, but that's actually about only 1/10 of the subscribers that I get. Predominantly, it's just all people I've met in person before. The one number I have looked at when it comes to GetResponse is the open rate. And I found that I had a much higher than average open rate than people using other newsletter platforms, or maybe other people using GetResponse. And I think I attribute that to the idea that most people who sign up have done so without any additional incentive and they've done so because they've met me in person. I don't incentivize people to sign up. I ask people to sign up if they're interested. So I may not have as many people on my mailing list, but I have more quality people on my mailing list. So right now I have what I consider to be a smaller email newsletter list, so a higher percentage of interested people. And that's what I would suggest to anybody else. Get more quality leads and don't worry so much about the numbers of people who might not care that much about what you're offering. For people who aren't necessarily savvy with developing their own newsletters or web resources, GetResponse makes it very easy with templates that are already set up for any type of business and snippets that you can save. You can use your templates over and over again, so you don't have to build the newsletter from scratch every time. And it just takes all of the guesswork and all of the labor out of running a newsletter campaign. GetResponse and my newsletter campaign overall have been the single best source of new clients for my photo workshops and tours. I've always said that if I could only keep one form of online marketing, I would keep my newsletter campaign and I would get rid of social media entirely, because nothing else has as much of a return rate as my newsletter campaign. After using GetResponse for 6 years, I would definitely say it's my #1 resource for acquiring new business.